Hey, welcome back. And I wanted to share my 2024 setup with you guys. I know, well, it's pretty late because it's already the last week of November. Well, not really late because it's still not 2024. So I know everybody, well, most of us in the planning community, in the journaling community, gets so excited over the new books and all. But one of the reasons why I was pretty late in sharing this year, well, next year's setup is because the books kind of came in late, which shouldn't really be called late because it's still 2023 and it's not even December yet. But you know how we are with the whole new books thing. But anyway, so this is going to be my entire setup for 2023. I am going to start off with the planners. Well, I only have one planner with the planner first, but I, well, especially for this year, I think like most of the time anyway, I just sat back and watched the hype go by. Like people ordering as early as August, maybe. I really don't. I can't remember, but I think there were some pre-orders open in August, and everybody quickly jumped in. And I'm really happy for you guys because I feel the excitement. But I think I have come to like an understanding that I buy so many books that I don't get to fill them out anyway, which was why I really like took a step back and like I don't know, understand what it is that I need because basically like when I do my journals, I feel like I have an expectation of how my year is gonna be. Like, is it going to be exciting? Oh, everyone hopes it is. But am I gonna be traveling? Am I gonna be seeing like lots of activities? Am I gonna need so much space? Am I gonna need one page per day? Am I gonna need a weekly? Which I think you guys see that I often use a weekly layout for even for my memory keeping, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So anyway, I'm gonna start off first with my planner for 2024. My 2024 planner setup shouldn't be as surprising to anyone anymore. Well, if you're new here, hi. I use the Traveler's Notebook. Well, I've been using it since 2014, 2015, and I've never really changed my setup much throughout the years because I find it really the most efficient for me at least. So every year I just order from Scribe. They hold a pre-order for the next year's inserts. So I always get a monthly, yearly dated insert, and this holds like yeah, this is the entire year already, but it's in like a two two pages spread thing. So everything's dated. So this is how it looks like if you're not familiar with the whole Traveler's Notebook system yet. And every end of the year, I get the next year's inserts and I put in important details like there. So I just can't show it, but yeah, I have it there. So every time it's there, that's what I use to keep things updated. And yeah, this is it. I also have this thing now that I use a corner puncher on all the inserts so it doesn't easily fold or ding up whenever I use it, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I do. And I just use a corner puncher like this. I got this as part of a subscription box from the stationery selection by Mitz. I'll leave a link of her YouTube and her Instagram um page store. Yeah, for the stationery selection. So this is what I use. This is also what I use. This is also what you guys see me use when I do corner punches on my photos. So yeah, so I have this, and I think I realized that over the past year, well, especially this 2023, my inserts have not been so decorated. I mean, everything looks so bare and minimal, and I am enjoying it. I was thinking if I should set this up with you guys in the same video, or I should just, I don't know, make another 2024 setup actually for the Traveler's Notebook, and like share maybe the things that I commonly use or stickers. Let me know, I guess, if that interests you. But sometimes I just do it on my downtime and I fix things, I update things, like, yeah, stuff like that. So this is the yearly insert for 2024. This is what I use for the entire year. Again, if you're not familiar with the whole Traveler's Notebook system, this is the weekly, and it comes in two books. So it's cut into half, like January to June, July to December. And this is the weekly grid memo insert. This is how it originally comes in. Like, it has that corner, and it already has, I feel like it's a ding already. But anyway, so it has that, and this is what I've done. So cut, I just rounded the corners. And this is how the memo grid looks like. Yeah. I have thoroughly enjoyed a lot of the inserts of Traveler's Notebook, especially with the way I've used. Well, I think I have found what was effective for me for the year when I tried having columns in this insert, because the thing is, my writing is small that I feel like I can't maximize an insert, but this is what the system that I enjoy the most. But anyway, so what I've done is I have, well, just divided the pages into four columns. So now I have like appointments for the day is in this first column, things that I need to do, things that I have done during the day, and like random thoughts and ideas that I just had. And that's how I fill out these weekly pages. So, yeah. If you're interested in something like this, well, another layout like this, Traveler's Notebook also has a vertical insert. Is this open? Yeah. They also have a vertical dated insert. And I don't know why, but I also bought this just in case, because I have this feeling that I'm going to be wanting to try it out like in the middle of the year. But this is how your weekly vertical insert looks like. I I don't know if I just like switching in the middle of the year, because I feel like we again, like, it happens if there's so much activities, or if there's nothing really going on in my life, that I don't know, I just keep, I think, yeah, see, running out of things to say. But I really enjoy the Traveler's Notebook as a planner, and I don't see myself changing anything with it. But I feel like it's the most effective for me. On a quick little side note, I also got the passport size. This is the weekly dated insert for the Traveler's Notebook and the passport size. And I also got this mainly because I feel like there are times I need something smaller to fit in my bag. So I use this also regularly. I don't update it as much, but there are times that I do use it on a regular basis, so I still need it. And what I normally do is I'm gonna corner punch this as well, But I feel like this is like a note thing that I want to do. But of course, I'm also gonna have like just divide this into columns as well. But this time it's more like appointments and things that I have to do or already did. It's really just a smaller version of the standard, and it's more of the functionality that it's gonna fit inside a smaller bag that I'm gonna be using just in case. Because basically we are still hybrid, and sometimes we work from home, sometimes we're out, but normally if it were back into the whole working in the office daily kind of thing, I do want the convenience of having a traveler's notebook in the passport size with me, maybe even as a wallet. But I like the comfort, or the, I don't know how to explain it, but I like having the idea that it's just there in my bag just in case I need to look back at some details that I'll be needing. So nothing really fancy about the passport size, but I do also have just the leather insert. Everything's from Traveler's Notebook anyway, so you can just check their website in case you're interested in any of the things that you see in this layout. We're gonna be talking about the journals now, and this is kind of like well, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, so I have two main journals for this year. So this is gonna be my memory keeping journal. This is the Nothing Planner, and I'm gonna have a daily writing journal, and this is the Take a Note Planner in the A6. This is the A5. This is the A6, and this is what I originally had in mind when I thought of 2024 already, and a few wild cards on the side, but I'll get to that later. So first, this is the Nothing Planner. It is in the weekly layout. So it, yeah, they gave me that card. It comes in. It's gonna show you, well, a year at a glance. It's going to give you. It starts December 2023, and then it's gonna give you a weekly layout. It has these. I feel like it's a habit tracker that you can use, and it goes through until, yeah, December of 2024, and then it gives you a vertical weekly layout. I have enjoyed a weekly layout as a memory keeping book. I don't know if you've seen my thinking of you journal. That's how it effectively was. But I really miss the white paper. Don't get me wrong, the Thinking of You it is a really nice book, but I want the white paper back. I want my grid lines back. And this is how I like the whole setup is again. I'm running out of things to say. I can't speak. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, yeah. So this is how it is for the entire year. And I hope I get to fill this out with memories as good as 2023 has been. I still do not know what to do with the back pages of it. It has a Gantt chart. It has, some of it are dated, I think. Well, it's a project grid. Yeah, and some of these. So I really don't know yet what I'm gonna do with this, but I think I want to use it as maybe like places I ate, like restaurants for 2024, things I bought, wish lists. I don't know yet how I'm gonna go about it, but maybe once I've set things up, I can do an updated like look on this. But yeah, I am excited to use this again. I think you'll notice that most of the time my journals just, well, the journals that I choose, they just change, and I usually just go back to the ones that I've used before. Well, maybe an exception for one thing over there, but yeah, I am excited to go back to the Nothing Planner as my memory keeping journal. I have not opened this yet because I was still thinking if I was gonna go A5 or A6, but if I'm gonna be using this as a daily journal writing thing, I want something a little more compact. Again, the idea is maybe I get to bring this wherever I go all over again. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think we're still on hybrid, and just in case that we do have to go back to the office on a regular basis, I want to have something that I can bring and spend time on. So let's open this up. If you're not if you're not yet familiar with this, so I'm opening it finally. So this is the Take a Note in A6. This is me being a Neanderthal, trying to open things up. So anyway, this is the Take a Note in A6. Also it has this and the start. You have like 6 months. First layout, then the second half of the year. You also have monthlies in this book, and it also starts in December 2023. But I think this ends in March or Feb. It ends in March. Yeah, it ends in March of the next year, so I can still plan that out. And I love the grid lines of this. It looks so clean, and I am excited to write in this. I want to just. I think I have a feeling that this is gonna be like all writing and just minimal. I don't see this bulking up so badly, but if you're curious about the binding, this is how it looks like. It lays flat, which is one of the main things I love about these planners because I wasn't able to show you the thing. The Nothing planner also has that kind of binding that it also lays flat. So I think that's one of the considerations for these books is that yeah, they both lay flat like that. So not an issue. But yeah, so this is something that I really am looking forward to filling out, but mostly just writing and stuff. And then at the back, it gives you free grid notebook pages, a couple of those. Yeah. And the thing I like to do with all the pages in the back of these journals or planners is I always use them as ink test pages when I use highlighters, when I use fountain pens or gel pens or anything for that matter. I'm going to be using the back pages for these, and I know it gives us a guide or how inks respond to the paper, if that makes sense. But yeah, so basically that's it for 2024. But you've also seen that I have two extra books on the side, and those are a bit of the wild cards that I was talking about. So, first of all, I only have one planner, but this is like I've never planned in a book before. I saw this released when everything was released with Take a Note, and I wasn't really interested in it, and I didn't need another journal. But when Anna is the owner of Stationery Cafe, and she is the official retailer here in the Philippines for Take a Note, for Nothing Planner, for the PAL Planner, which, oh yeah, I am not using the PAL Planner for this year, and it's another story. But when I saw this, well, she initially asked if I wanted the Take a Note in the B6. This is a B6 size. But for size reference, this is A5, this is B6, and this is A6. So this is how it looks like. Anyway, so she had this open, and I just didn't even bother with it, but we're gonna open it right now. You're gonna open it with me. Neanderthal moment. If when you see the pages when I share this with you, if you know me well enough, you're gonna understand why I went crazy. Because I mean, of course, the colors are nice. They still have the same initial layout, but the grid lines are so small, and I love it. I hope you can see it properly, but I just love this, and I have no idea what I'm going to use this for, but I know I want it. So I have this tendency of like whenever I'm stressed out or tired, I just want to keep writing, and I figured that I would love to recreate like planner spreads. I know it's probably just me, but I love to recreate planner spreads, and look at how nice the layout is, the size, the grid, and everything. I'm gonna try to like put this up closer to the camera. But yeah, so I can see myself like having on the topmost the appointments, the things to do, the things I've done, and just random like journaling images. I don't know. I am excited. I haven't been this excited over a book in such a long time. But maybe, just maybe, if I had to pick like one book, I might actually use this as a book planner. But I mean, really, it's the grid size that has gotten me all excited. Another thing is that this comes with a lot of free writing space, like just grid lines. I hope you can see how there. I am beyond excited to get into this, but of course, it's going to be another ink test. This is a lot of free space. But anyway, so yeah, this is the weekly and the basics of the take a note. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to sustain this, but I knew I wanted to start drawing again. So I got myself the Jibun Techo Days. It's also divided into two books. So this is January to June, and then I have July to December. So I'm just gonna open one book. It's gonna be the same thing anyway. So I did. I also thought of using this as a memory keeping thing, but then again, the layout of this book is that it's a two page. It's a 2 day page spread, and I really thought of using this, but now, so sorry, I want to start off first with these things. So it has a list. So there. It also has a monthly spread with the whole habit tracking Gantt chart thing at the bottom, and then that one goes until half of the year only. Oh, yeah, and then it's just the short thing for the rest of the year, just in case you need it. But yeah, this is how it is for the Jibun Techo days. I was looking forward to doing this as my sketchbook or illustration book, but there are also times that I just want to collage. I want to stick things. I want to write things. I don't know. I just want to get creative without being bothered if it's a theme or something. I don't know. I have this. There are times I have so much energy on my desk and I just want to play with my stickers, my stamps, my everything. And I just want to get creative and relax. I I think I am going through this whole romanticizing your life kind of thing. Like, I want to enjoy life the way it is already. I don't want like no expectations. I mean, I just set the expectations of life throughout the year, but I think you know what I mean. I just want to enjoy. Maybe for you, it's maybe just a cup of coffee, but for me, it's like, oh, I got time for myself. I can sit down, do things I enjoy, listen to things I enjoy, watch things that make me happy. I don't know. I am so done with being busy, or I don't know. Yeah, I am busy, but I am so done with the whole being busy is the entire thing that I have going on. So I just want to have fun with my stationery, and I don't see why I can't. I don't see why I restricted myself into just being work and productive, and I want to relax because work is the only thing I've been doing for the past how many years anyway. And see, I'm rambling, but I just want to enjoy. Basically, I just want to enjoy. So I want to fill this out with, I don't know, washi tapes or like stickers, stamps, collages, and things that I like. And yeah, I want to do that. Or draw again. I don't know. Sometimes I don't, when people ask if I can make stickers already, it's really hard for me to start drawing consistently. Like, sometimes my hand doesn't listen to me, so I can't draw as much as I want to. So it's really based on mood. But I can already imagine like drawing ramen here, talking about silly things. It's going to be very different from a memory keeper because this is just going to be purely creative and it doesn't have even anything to do with the day that happened. But I just want to have fun, and maybe that's the whole thing about life that I've missed out on for so many years. And yeah, so basically, that is the entire 2024 setup that I have. Again, if I'm just gonna go with the bare basics, it's gonna be this for me. It's the memory keeper and the daily writing, and then the wild card is the. I feel like these two books are just for my creative release. I don't know, like maybe if I'm bored. Well, not really bored, but if I want to enjoy, like I have like a movie on the computer playing or just listening to whatever, and I'll just want to doodle or have fun with stationery. And I really am not the outgoing kind of person. I think you've known that by now, but yeah, so I really do enjoy just on my desk having fun with pens and paper. And I don't know. Oh, wait. This isn't really part of the setup, but I have kept this for 2020 from 2023. This is the Hobonichi Day Free for 2023, but it's not really a journal. It's more of my ink swatch book. So it has this, and it keeps track of what inks I have. The bleeding is horrible. I don't know why, but so I skip a page. But yeah, this is what I keep for my ink swatches. I have labels on it already. Horrible bleeding. And I have browns. Horrible bleeding. I have, I surprisingly have a good amount of pinks. Pinks that are not offensively in your face smack pink. I think my favorite pink would be White Rabbit from Wearing Yule, and maybe Opera Rose. I'll get into the whole inks, fountain pen inks thing maybe in another video, but yeah. Purples, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of purples, but this looks pretty. And gray. I only have two gray inks. And if you notice, I do swatch them on the actual numbers of the month, like one. So I know that even without counting all of this, since it's the 22nd of the month, I know that I have 22 green inks. I know that I have 18 blue inks. I know I have 19 brown inks, 11 pinks, and just, oh, I have 4 purples, and 2 gray inks. And yeah, so I don't really mind the dates anymore, and this is what I intend the book to be about. So I have people asking like, can you do swatches of this? How different is this from that? So I think I thought of maintaining something like this so I know how to look back on it as well. I also thought of making like writing swatches, so just in case that I need to compare, because my pens are all custom nib ground to a specific nib width. So this is what I am looking at doing. So again, this is just nothing really much other than an ink swatch. So even if it's no longer 2023, I just want to keep this here for my reference. So I mean, look, it's nice to look back on how much ink. These are all actual ink bottles that I have, and I know I should de-stash a couple because I can't use them all anyway, but that's another story. But yeah, so this is, see, it's so nice. I am just looking at it on camera right now, and apparently there's so much browns. You can have so many browns, and if you just look at it one by one, you're gonna think like, oh, I have brown, but now you realize that that's a lot of shades of brown. But yeah, so what has been your favorite fountain pen ink color? I always thought I was gonna end up with a lot of blues, But yeah, I really have shifted to greens a lot, and yeah. So that is it for my 2024 setup. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I have not been rambling so much, but the thing is, whenever I do videos like this, I don't really edit out much of what I say. I want to keep it as spontaneous and as rambly, maybe, as I can. And I'm sorry if this is not your thing. Like, I've had comments like, I don't want to hear about your life, but there are other planner setups that you can look at. But thank you again for staying throughout the video, maybe, and thank you for hanging out for the longest time. I know I'm gonna keep saying this, but I really, really want to be more active on YouTube. But again, one of those things that I fear is that like nothing I say really or nothing that I share much is interesting, as been commented already. But yeah, so thank you guys for dropping by. Thank you for watching, and I hope this setup has been helpful to you. I'm sorry it's late, and enjoy the rest of 2023, and I hope it's great. Bye guys.